Good day, everyone. Today I'll be presenting on the characteristics of inclusive education. Inclusive education, it is an approach that ensures all learners, regardless of their abilities, their background or needs, learn together in the same environment with equal opportunities to succeed. Inclusive education. So let us start with the first characteristic, equal opportunities. Here, all learners, all students have equal access to education, to resources, and and opportunities. Right. So every learner has the right to education. They access the same learning resources, equal chances to participate in class activities, and promote fairness and equity. Equity, what does equity mean? Equality is when everybody is given the same thing and they access it's equally. Then equity is where you provide, for example, let's say a student is shorter than the other student, and the longer and the taller students, they have all been provided with stools, right, to sit on, right? But now there's this student who is on a wheelchair, or this student is very short. So equity, what will they will now bring a bigger stool for this student so that she can see this blackboard together with the rest. Now this is equity, so promotes fairness and equity. That is the first characteristic of inclusive education. Then we have learner-centered teaching. This is teaching is adapted to meet different needs. So teachers use different methods, for example, visual learning, group work, practical activities, oral explanation. It focuses on each learner's strength. So with all these, the visual learning, these are for the students who maybe they can't see, they are visually impaired. Or in any group works, they bring all the students together to work together, so that as a teacher you will also notice who among the student needs more help. Who are you going to encourage? Practical activities for all the learners, so that you can understand what area each and every learner is better at, is good at, right? And oral explanation, like talk to them, talk to everyone. For those who have hearing impairments, see a way in which we can help them so that they may access and have the same opportunity as the rest of the students. Learner-centered teaching. Then we have acceptability and diversity. So it recognizes and appreciates the diversity of students' backgrounds, abilities, and needs. So learners are unique and different, right? And the differences are respected and valued. Promotes tolerance and respect among everybody. It encourages empathy among the learners. So like whatever you come from, whatever background you come from, these students come together in the same environment, inclusive education, to learn together. So as they engage with each other, this encourages empathy among all the learners. Then we have supporting learning environment. A supportive and welcoming environment is created. It fosters a sense of belonging among all students. When you have a safe and welcoming classroom, every student would want to come to class regardless of where he or she comes from. Learners, they feel accepted. Let's say the ones who are impaired in a way, when they come into these classrooms that are safe and welcoming, they feel accepted, positive. They have the positivity in them. Then positive teacher student relationship and encouragement and emotional support. So supportive learning environment. Then we have collaboration. Collaboration, teachers, parents, other stakeholders work together to support students' learning and well-being, right? So teamwork helps support learning effectively. When all these people come together, when parents are involved, when the teachers come together, it creates a sense of belonging to everybody. Like as a teacher, you will understand, you'll talk to parents, tell that this is happening with these students. It encourages growth. Then we have a flexible curriculum, right? So curriculum can be adjusted, right? So activities modified according to the to ability. like according to the ability of the students, right? So it should be, we should have a flexible curriculum that encourages learning. Assessment methods may vary. So like this is where you will include differentiated assessment. This is where you will include different types of assessments in order to bring all the students together. So like once this student knows this, you'll bring this kind of assessment. So a flexible curriculum. Learning pace can differ among learners. You should understand that their pace is not the same. That's when in our next lesson I will be talking about the categories of learners. So the learning pace can differ among the learners. So as a teacher, you will be able to adjust the curriculum in order to bring them all together. That's why even the integrated assessment comes in, right? Yeah, so a flexible curriculum. So let us start with the first characteristic: equal opportunities. Here, all learners or students have equal access to education, to resources, and the opportunities. Right. So every learner has the right to education. They access the same learning resources, equal chances to participate in class activities, and promote fairness and equity. Equity. What does equity mean? Equality is when everybody is given the same thing and they access it's equally. Then equity is where you provide, for example, let's say a student is shorter than the other student, and the taller students, they have all been provided with in conclusion, inclusive education, it promotes equality, it promotes respect and participation for all learners. It creates an environment where every child feels valued and has the opportunity to succeed. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more. Thank you.